Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I'm going to do a reading for you guys tonight. So this reading is going to be a little bit different, and it is going to be between the divine feminine and the masculine's karmic partner. Okay, what do you think about each other, feel about each other? That's what we're doing today. So please keep in mind, I do work on a more individualized basis. I'm not saying that this is everybody's situation and it's not going to resonate with every single one of you. But if you would like a personal and private reading, that information is down below each video in the description box below. And my email's down there as well. But let's go ahead and get started here by pulling the energy of the divine feminine first, and then we'll pull the energy of the masculine's karmic partner. Okay, so let's get some information about this divine feminine. And let's get the energy of the masculine's karmic partner. Okay. This is the Millennial Tarot deck, by the way. Okay. So for the feminine, we got student loans. Feminine. Okay, so I definitely think you might be going through college now. You might have just graduated college as well. Okay. You are someone who is very interested with higher learning. You could be a teacher, okay, as well. So that's another thing that I'm getting here. But let's take a look at the back. So we have soul crushing, long-term, and expensive. So I think that you have spent a good part of your life in school. Feminine is what I'm getting here, in schooling, or having to pay back to work to pay back a loan for schooling. Okay, but I think that you are someone who places education as your number one priority, and you are someone who has prioritized education over everything else. Okay, I think that you have sacrificed dearly for what you want. You know how to sacrifice. You're someone who has sacrificed for your education. You are someone who has sacrificed in love. For your education, you have budgeted. You have wore secondhand clothes. You have not had enough to go out to dinner. You have been very, very frugal with your money. And I think that you have developed almost like this fear of missing out, feeling like you've missed out on a lot. Because you have placed your number one priority as education. Okay, so you're someone who might have an art degree or a history degree, as another thing that is specifically coming out here. Or maybe you study art and history. Okay, so just take what resonates, you guys. But I think you've given up so much of your life, feminine, and it's like now you're finally ready to live. You want to live. You want to experience life. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look further at your energy. Okay, so we got Lilith here. So feminine, I definitely think that you are someone who, feels powerful because of all of your schooling. You feel like you have really been able to accomplish something, but I think you're someone who has very, very strong boundaries as well, and that you wouldn't have been able to accomplish what you were able to accomplish had you not had very strong boundaries, had you not had very strong self-discipline skills. Okay. I see you as just a very fierce energy. And honestly, I think that a lot of masculines and a lot of romantic interests are actually very intimidated by you because you're so smart and you just have this very powerful energy. You might also be someone who is very interested in like women's rights, furthering women's rights, or interested in feminism is another thing that is coming out here for you, okay? So for the karmic energy, we have Insta famous. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, we got two totally different people here. We have one feminine who is completely focused on her studies, on education, on learning, who has sacrificed so much, you know, who doesn't have that much time for social media. I will tell you that. Has worn secondhand clothing, has, you know, skipped out on dinners, all of those things to sacrifice for their future. And then we have the opposite here with the karmic. We got Insta famous. This karmic's always on Instagram, always flashing what they have. If they ever have any money, they spend it very, very quickly on flashy things, expensive things, so they can show it off online, right? So they can rub it in other people's faces. They probably have a semi-large following on Instagram or social media, okay? And it's due to their very superficial posting. All right, so we got, they're very self-involved. Okay, they are very well known. So they have a lot of friends or a lot of followers on their Instagram. I'm seeing specifically Instagram. It could be anything though, but this person is super shallow. Okay, everything is about money, expenses, what they have, the new trends, all of those things. Okay, and this person uses a lot of filters on social media. And, you know, I think it's speaking as well to something deeper. So, you know, not only do they use a lot of filters on their own pictures on social media, but their social media is actually a filter to their own life, right? I feel like this is someone who tries to look perfect, okay? Maybe they even might push unrealistic feminine body standards on their followers by Photoshop. You know, that's been a big problem. That's an issue. You know, it causes a lot of mental illness, actually. And I see that this karmic does that. They do this to get attention, to get people to follow them, okay? This person limits themselves and limits their story, limits anything they have to say based on what gets likes or what doesn't. So this person will not put anything out there unless it's going to get likes. Everything they do is to get attention or get likes on social media. Okay. So we got hashtag game at the bottom here. All right, so they believe they're running game on the internet, running game on social media, when really they're the ones playing themselves, okay? Because everything is fake. Everything is fake. They might even like borrow things to take pictures with or rent things to take pictures with. They don't really have like all these, they're living beyond their means in order to put on this projection, okay? So let's get another card for this karmic. They are sabotaging their self, sabotaging their life for something fake, for a picture, for a filter. A filter. They are sabotaging their life. While they could be putting that money and that energy towards something productive, they're putting it towards a show, okay, on social media. That is their filter. This is what they live by. All right. So, feminine, what is your thoughts about this karmic? What do you think about this karmic? This karmic has blonde hair. The divine feminine has very dark hair. It could be dark brown or black. This karmic has blonde. We got earth, okay? Feminine. So, you're still struggling financially, okay? You're wondering when you're going to come out of that. All right? But you are celebrating your freedom, okay? So I could see that this is a feminine who understands the value of money, of finances, because they have sacrificed so much and I feel even though the sacrificing is over, you're still struggling now. You're struggling to catch up. Okay. You might be struggling to find a job that, you know, you went to college for. That could be an issue. That might be, you know, and we had the word soul crushing here. So it could be something that really crushed you. Really spending all that time going through college only to find out that there isn't a place for you to work or use your degree. Okay. And now you have to pay back all this money for a student loan or whatever it is. But I can see that you are focused on finances. You are focused on becoming more stable in your life. Okay. And I think that's been a big focus for you, is being stable. You've always had your head screwed on, right? And you've always like taken the right steps that, you know, you were supposed to take, like going to college, going to school, trying to do things step by step in the right order, in the right way. And feminine, at this point, you feel like, why am I struggling? I've done everything right. Why then am I struggling? Why do I feel powerless right now? And I feel like that is an issue today, you know? It's very common. So, feminine, know that you're not alone. But that just goes to prove, do what you're passionate about. Do what you're passionate about, regardless, okay? Let's get another card here. Inspiration, okay, feminine. So, you are someone who's very inspired, okay? And I think that you're inspired to bring security. You have hope. But it's like, you're like, oh my gosh, I've been going through it. Like, I've, you know, went through all this struggle. I've sacrificed and now I'm struggling. When is it going to end? When is it going to stop? But you're still hopeful. You're inspired. And that is divine. That is divine. Okay. Being able to have that hope and that inspiration in a moment of struggling and sacrifice is a true divine trait. All right, let's get another card here. Feminine. Let's get a karmic card. What do you think about the karmic? Okay, money spells. So you feel like this karmic is fake, that they waste money, that they flash money, okay? And you feel like it's foolish, all right? That it's insecure. So you see in this karmic insecurity. That's what you see. You are thinking to yourself, man, if I had the money to go buy that expensive thing that they're flashing or throwing money around, whatever it is, wasting it for attention, I wouldn't have the problems I'm going through. So that's a thought that you have about this karmic. And you think this karmic is naive. As a matter of fact, you might see them as a little bit dumb. Okay, because of what you went through and your personal experiences. And you see this karmic as someone who has never had to struggle in their life for the reasons that you've had to struggle. You're hoping and you're wishing that you'll come out of this this struggle period, and you will, feminine. Know that you will. I am seeing it, okay? And I'm seeing that things are going to get a little better for you over the next 3 months, all right? So how does the karmic, what is her thoughts on this divine feminine? Karmic, what do you think about this divine feminine? We got communicator. We got empath in reverse. And we got old soul in reverse. Okay. So with communicator, I think that this karmic is very harsh and very cruel with the way they communicate. Okay, there's something about the things that they say that really just kind of get on your nerves, I feel, feminine. So with communication, they might feel like they take the opportunity to talk to you when they see you out. And with empath in reverse, it's like they just feel like they don't feel bad for you. They have no sympathy towards you. They feel like they can't relate with old soul and revert. I'm so sorry, this sounds so bad, but please keep in mind I'm channeling a karmic energy, so of course it's going to sound bad. With old soul, they see you as like, they like compare you to an old lady. Like they're like, oh, this old lady, she's always like reading and studying or whatever, you know. This is naive. You're right, feminine. That's a naive way to think. Okay? And they do not have any empathy for any sacrifice that anyone else has ever had to go through, because they've never experienced sacrifice. They don't know what it is to sacrifice. But I can tell you right now that they will know. They will know, because what they're doing now, they're sabotaging their life. They are moving themselves one step closer to sacrifices, and they don't even realize it. So let's take a look further at their thoughts towards the feminine. Going beyond normal. So this karmic always has to take things a step too far. All of their posts, it always goes a step too far. They always say something that's just like a step too far, you know, and that's just what it is. And they believe that they're being like fashionable or edgy or something, but really it's just, honestly, it's kind of a sad and desperate plea for attention. And feminine, I think that you see it that way as well. So there's a part of you, feminine, that feels bad for this karmic, but this karmic does not feel bad for you. Okay, they don't. Let's get another card here. Okay, we got porn addiction here. Okay, so I'm also seeing this karmic definitely might put some very provocative posts on their social media. They might have done other things in public for money. Okay, things that people don't know about. You know, sometimes we see people that are well known or celebrities, you know, on social media flashing a bunch of money, and we think, oh, I wish I had that. It would solve all of my problems. But do you ever think for a moment what they had to go through to get that money? You know? Some of them had to go through really horrible things. Some of them has quite literally sold their soul to get that money. And I'm seeing that this karmic has done some work in this certain industry, okay, in order to get money, in order to get attention, and in order to get famous. This is someone who has slept around. This is someone who has done things on camera under a promise to get somewhere else. Okay? A promise of fame. Going beyond what's expected. Going beyond what's normal and moving into another realm. So that's a secret no one knows about this karmic. Okay? And so everyone has sacrifices, right? Well, this is what the karmic is sacrificing for that money. But they're sacrificing their soul. And I think it's a secret. I think that people don't see that, and the karmic doesn't talk about it. Let's take a look at the emotions the feminine has towards this karmic. Feminine, this karmic gives you the dirtiest looks. You feel like you could just turn to stone, okay? That's how you literally feel about this karmic, all right? They literally stare at you. You might catch them staring at you sometimes, glaring at you, like giving you the most evilest looks. And I feel like sometimes they might even leave you like weird or rude comments on social media out of nowhere. You have no idea where this is coming from. Okay, so this karmic you feel like is just really weird. You don't know why they keep staring at you, giving you dirty looks. We got against the grain. So this person goes out of their way to glare at you, to stare at you, to say something mean or crude to you. They go out of their way to do this to you. And you're like, why? Why do they have to go out of their way? Look at that. Fake profiles on social media. This person might have even made like fake profiles on social media to harass you, to pretend like there's someone that they're not. And the truth is, because they're jealous of your motivation. They're jealous of, you know, how smart you are, to be honest, that, you know, you've got this plan for your life and that you're following it, and that your only goal isn't money, you know, that you've actually went to school and worked very hard learning for all this time, really spent time putting into something to learn something, to make something of your career, while this karmic does not know how to do that. And I'm not saying anything bad about anyone who didn't go to college. I didn't go to college, but this karmic is upset and they're angry. This karmic believes that you've had everything handed to you. So while you look at this karmic and you say, well, they've had everything handed to them, this karmic looks at you and says, well, they've had everything handed to them. They've had money. They've had help. They've had a scholarship. They've had, you know, they got into college. They're smart. They have good genes, whatever it is. Okay. So what is the karmic's emotions towards you, feminine? What do they feel towards you? Performer. Okay. They put on an act. They do. All right. They think that they're funny. They think that they're cute when they hurt you, when they say things to you that are mean, that are crude, when they make fake profiles on social media to harass you, when they give you dirty looks. They think it's funny. They think it's cute. They think it's a cute little act. They believe in their mind that they're like doing something to you, that they have some sort of power over you, that they're sabotaging a part of your self-esteem. And honestly, it's just an illusion. Okay? That's a projection. That's actually what they're doing to themselves. They are sabotaging their own self-esteem. They are the performer in their own life with their fake social media. Everything about it fake. So it is projection. Let's get another card here for the emotions they feel towards the divine feminine. Okay, inner trust. This person does not trust themselves at all. They feel like they need to play a role. They feel like they aren't good enough. They must always be in character. They must always play a role. That no one will really accept them for them. That they have to have a ton of bleach and makeup and, you know, fancy dressings and expensive cars and anything to get attention. Okay, because they don't trust themselves. They don't see themselves as interesting when it comes down to it. They believe they need all of these extra things to make them interesting. Okay, now the truth here is they're broke. They're low on funds. All right. And this karmic's very desperate because they've already created this image. They've already created this life for themselves. The only thing they live for at this point is money and flashing it around, putting on that act, living in the act. I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying. Okay? So they're getting into some things that is secret. And it's right here. Okay? So yeah, I can't really, I have to kind of watch what I say on YouTube, but you know, you see it. So let's go ahead and get the actions that this feminine wants to take towards the karmic, if there's any. Okay, air, communication. All right, being able to breathe, saying, hey, what's the problem here? Why are you giving me dirty looks? Why? Every time I turn around, are you glaring at me, staring at me? What is your problem? Okay? So, feminine, you're like, I'm going to confront them. Be the hunter, not the hunted. So you're like, I'm tired of putting up with their shit. I'm not going to be bullied. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to confront them and say, hey, why are you staring at me? Why are you glaring at me? Why are you so mean? Why are you harassing me? Why are you creating fake profiles on social media? Why? Argumentative. So yeah, you're ready for this fight, feminine. You're like, you know what? I'm done. You're not a fighter. You're not feminine. You are not a fighter, but you're not going to let someone bully you. You're not going to let someone push you around. And from what I'm seeing, you've never really experienced this type of person before doing these type of things. So you're a little confused and you're like, you know what? I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to take my power back. Okay, so you go, feminine. And let's take a look at the Karmic's actions that they want to take towards the feminine. By the way, this feminine wants to be an actor. They want to be an actor. We have artist. Okay. So yeah, they believe they're an artist. They want to be an actor. You know, but with the actions they want to take towards you, feminine, they might reach out to you. They might ask you if you want to collaborate on a project with them. They're doing this to hurt you. They're doing this as a trick to entertain themselves. I would not entertain it if I was you, okay? But that's what they're doing, okay? Yeah, we got the Sacred Fool. Manipulation. They want to manipulate you to hurt you further because this is a nasty person. They're singling you out because you are everything they are not. You are everything they wish that they were. And they cannot stand seeing that in you. So they cannot stand it. It reminds them of everything that they're not and that they wanted to be. So they'll do anything to make a fool of you, humiliate you, and manipulate you. Okay, they're going to get creative with it. So my personal advice would be, yeah, you can confront them. But then after that, to just ignore it because essentially this person is attention hungry. Let's get another card here for the actions they want to take towards you. Okay, look at that. Toxic friends and family. So yeah, this is like showing off, making fun of you, showing off in front of their friends and family. But you know what? When somebody does that, I guarantee you their friends and family, it doesn't look bad on you, ever. It looks bad on them. It looks bad on them for treating a human being that way. It looks bad on them for not having empathy. It looks bad on them for hurting someone that they're jealous of. It looks bad on them for hurting someone for no reason. And their friends and family are going to see that. So don't let it hurt you, feminine. You are Lilith. You are strong. You are proud. You are powerful. Nothing can hurt you, especially this karmic. Okay? So let's get some advice for you, feminine. What does spirit want to tell you about what you've been going through? Okay, and how to navigate your way through this. What does spirit want to tell you? Look at that. You got the beautiful robin. And it's a messenger. It's about comfort and your loved ones. So I definitely feel like you have a loved one from the other side who is stepping through to comfort you. They want you to know they're proud of you. They've been watching you. They've seen everything that you've sacrificed. They've seen all that you're able to accomplish, and they are so proud of you. They want you to know that they're there to comfort you, and they're with you always. They are watching you. The robin brings a message to you from the realm of the spirit. Your loved ones who have passed want you to know they are near and to find comfort knowing they never truly died. Bodies die, but energy, souls are eternal. The true us is our spirit. When we leave this body, we do not cease to exist. When you feel the presence of your loved ones, or maybe even see them or hear them, then know that you are feeling, seeing, and hearing the presence of an alive person, not a dead one. If it was true there is a dead person, that would mean us still here in this dimension are ghosts or dead people in bodies. Your loved ones are still very much so alive, maybe even more alive than they ever were while limited by their physical form. Your loved ones may be communicating with you all of the time, guiding you, hugging you, trying to make contact so you can feel the peace they feel. and know that everything is going to be okay. Life will go on. Though you have told yourself they no longer exist, so you're not able to receive their guidance. Do you consider your angels and your spirit guides to be dead just because you can't physically see them? Of course you don't. The more we realize this, the more our own physical bodies will not limit us in sensing the dimension of spirit that is as close to us as the air that we breathe. Your loved ones are safe and still living a life of their own. They see every tear you cry and hear every prayer you speak. If you want to hear them back, you have to stop thinking they no longer exist, or the message of solace, healing, and peace they may be whispering to you will never be understood. Robin says to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities happening all around you every day. You never know when a tiny songbird fluttering at your window is a holy message you have been desperately needing to embrace life again. Feminine. You are not alone. Please know that. And your loved ones from the other side, again, they've seen your accomplishments. They're with you when you're sad. They are guiding you every step of the way, and they are trying to reach out to you, so you most certainly are not alone. And that's what they want you to know. And that is the reading I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.